Hello everyone, today I'll be going through the Math Methods Unit 1-2 mini quiz for week 6. Yep, so let's get straight into it. So the first question just asks us to differentiate all these. So the first one is just product rule. And because I was out of space here, so I kind of just divided them. So basically the first term is we keep the first term constant and derive the second term. So we get e to the power of 2x times cosine x. And we add the opposite of what we did before. So we derive e to the power of 2x, which becomes 2e2x. And keep sin x constant. So that's the answer for the first one. The second one is a chain rule. So basically we take the derivative of the inner function, in this case, which is x squared minus 1, and then we also derive the outer function. So it's basically 2x times 1 on 2 times 1 over square root of x squared minus 1, which simplifies to this as shown here. So the third one is the hardest because this is more of a, I guess, triple chain rule, because x squared minus 4 is the most inner function, followed by the square root, followed by the sign outwards. So to do that, we have to include the derivative, I guess, of everything, right? So first of all, we have to include the derivative of x squared minus 4, which is 2x, as you can see here. Then we have to include a derivative of x squared minus 4, which is just a half times 1 on x squared minus 4, which is shown here. And finally, we derive the sine function to cosine of that. So after simplifying, we get is x on square root of x squared minus 4 cosine of square root of x squared minus 4. Yep, so question 2. This is basically, I guess, a test on our differential knowledge, I guess. So this type of question might seem scary, but they're not really, as long as we know familiar with our, I guess, chain rules. So first of all, 2x squared minus 1 is the inner function, h of that thing is the outer function. So all we have to do is take the derivative of the inner function, which is 4x, then we also times it by the derivative of the outer function, which becomes h dash of 2x squared minus 1. So the next one, this is also a triple chain rule with the very inside function being 3x plus 2, then f of 3x plus 2, then finally the whole thing here to the power of 4. So first of all, we take the 4 down, so it's shown by this 4 here. Then we take the 3 of this inner function, which is this. Then we take the derivative of f of 3x plus 2, which is f dash of 3x plus 2. And finally, we just times f of 3x plus 2 with the power reduced by 1. So after timesing everything together, we just get 12 times f dash of 3x plus 2 times f of 3x plus 2 to the power of 3. All right, so the final question here, what I did is first I put cosine onto the other side, then I substitute sine squared x as 1 minus cosine squared x. So here I'm just using the again to do that. Sine squared x plus cosine squared x is equal to 1. And after that, I've rearranged to get this quadratic here. Well, it's more of a disguised quadratic, so we're going to let u is equal to cosine x. So this whole thing now becomes u squared plus u minus 2 is 0. And factorizing gives u plus 2 and u minus 1, so u is negative 2 or 1. But since cosine of x can't be negative 2 because the maximum range for cosine of x is negative 1 to 1, therefore, we reject that option. So the only thing left over is cosine x is equal to 1, which means 0 and 2 pi as the answer, because that's our domain here. Yep, so hopefully that's all good. If you guys have any questions, just ask me, and I'll see you all next week.